right, what's going on to every single person out there from the east, west, north, and the south? You're welcome back again. It's a new year. Happy New Year. My name is Miles, and you're welcome to No Cap, that only program that's undiluted, unfiltered, uncensored. We say everything as it is on PlusTvAfrica, the only station also where all the big stories live. Right. All right, let's get straight to No Cap now. So, something trended on Twitter recently. It was about a girl who committed suicide because her parents didn't let her marry a particular guy. When they found out the guy was a Muslim. Right, so she just killed herself. The people said, Laila, you cannot marry. It's not going to happen. Oh, why didn't you tell her he was a Muslim? You can't marry into a Muslim home. And she was already pregnant for the guy. She's a Christian, and the girl just she just killed herself. And it's been trending all over the place. Some people are saying, oh, why can't they allow them to get married? And some people say, oh, it's against their you should just why didn't you just tell your parents this, blah blah blah. So you know what? Why not we just talk about this once and for all? Because a lot of people need to get married this year. Some people need to leave their father's houses.
Why are you pointing to me? Why
are you still not in your daddy's house?
Short received. Short
fired.
Short fired and received.
Yeah.
You guys need to leave.
Some people.
I don't smell house.
Some people.
I'm in my own house, so I'm in the bring person come house. So.
But you two, you really need to. What's that word?
You'll be fine. Anyway, so moving on. So today we're talking about religion. Should it be a barrier? Should it be a criteria before you get married to someone, before you guys can actually be together? Should religion be that problem, right? They call it interfaith marriages, right? Is it okay? Why are some people still frowning against it? Why are people still saying it's rubbish? So I'll say this: interfaith marriage, sometimes called a mixed marriage, is a marriage between spouses professing different religions. According to the Pew Research Center Religious Landscape Study, interfaith marriage is increasingly common in the United States, accounts for 39% of marriages since 2010. Now, before we start our arguments, and as we do as usual, we also went into the streets of Lagos and we went to talk to a few people about what do you think about religion? Should religion be a barrier in marriages? And they had a lot to say. Check this out. I'll be right back.
Not really. My dad was a Muslim, my mom a Christian, and they got married. And here I am. They had a nice marriage before my dad died, so it's not a big deal.
The truth is, it's not about, I'm not getting married to a religion, I'm getting married to a human, first of all. So if the person who's going to help me get to that level or tick all my boxes, like they would say, if the person who's going to help me achieve that is definitely a Muslim, yeah, we go ahead. Because the truth is, at the long run, whether you're getting married to Chiamaka or you're getting married to Esther, you're not getting married to a religion. I mean, you don't make sure that you don't wake up one morning and you find out that you're having a monster at home.
This question is that kind of question that throws you under the bus. Okay, so I would say according to my faith, it's not it's a big barrier. But left to me, this life is not that difficult. If you guys can find your balance, make it work.
For me, it is a big barrier. I can't marry anyone outside my faith. No, it's not possible. I feel one of a best way to get a perfect partner is if you are both in the same faith, you believe the same thing. Do you understand? For me, it's just a big no. I don't think so. So love, the greatest of all is love. Once there is love, there is no tribe or religion that can stop you from marrying the love of your life.
Everybody has their own preferences. So what they call religious marriages or whatever. Me, I can marry a Muslim. It's none of my business. But a tradition, I can't.
No. That is not really an issue. Me, I can get married to an Islamic lady. The problem is if these Muslim people can get married to me as a Christian, because they have their own law and that is very, very issue you get. But me, the interfaith marriage is nothing. It shouldn't be a barrier for a successful relationship.
Whew! What a wow. Let me drink to that first. What a wow. There you have it. Now, while we are here and thinking, oh yeah, it's not a problem, it's a problem. Some people actually feel it's a problem. While some people don't feel it's just a mixed reaction. So we're back. It's No Cap. If you just joined us for the first time, forget the fact that I'm wearing a cap, but it's No Cap, where we take the lid off every conversation, every situation that you might be thinking that. There's some questions you have in your head, like why is this, and you just feel uncomfortable to. If I go and say, people will now say that. Like me, I never really liked Fela music. I used to like, what's a fella? Honestly. But I was worried. I was scared, like, if I go and see this, people like, hey, Afrobeat, the king and the lord of Afrobeat.
Same
Do you know what? Yeah. Like,
here.
as I grew older and I was able to dissect and I understood the music better, I was able to say boldly, everyone like, Oga, I'm not a fella fan. I'm a fan of what he says or what he stood for.
Yeah,
but
not
I,
his
I
music.
can't be listening to a fella music.
Exactly. I
Nah.
wasn't a fan of his music, but of what he was preaching.
But I just
No, growing up, I didn't know what his music was about, but until
Do you
recent
understand?
time, I started vibing to it. I don't listen to all the songs, but just few particulars. But yeah, I'm cool with it.
Right. So if you're one of those people who have that question behind your mind, also like, why is this like this? Why can't this be this the place for you? And if you're one of those people who get upset about just almost everything, you're at the wrong station and the wrong
Sorry for
channel.
you.
Yeah, I'm really sorry for the person. Okay, so guys, let's get straight into it. Interfaith marriages. In fact, let me just say it the way it is. Religion should it be a barrier, a criteria before you guys lock horns?
Okay.
Lock horns is like it's like a negative thing. Lock horns like when people are fighting. Okay, sorry. When you guys lock fingers, sorry.
Yes. Okay, so firstly, I think interfaith marriages, or rather religion barrier, whatever. Yeah, it's a deal breaker for most people.
Okay.
Yeah. And not everybody. I don't think that it should be a barrier. First of all, it was tribe. Secondly, it was what's it called? Bride price. So why should religion be a thing? Because first of all, the whole marriage system came out from religion. I mean, like, marriage is religion itself. Do you understand? They push this on us because down our own tradition is, we already have our own ways of doing things, the whole ceremonial thing. So religion and marriage, I don't know, they work hand in hand. So I don't see, you cannot separate religion from marriage because marriage is religion. Like, it's a religious ceremony.
Let me drink to that. I think I'm getting confused. Well, it's fine. I had to drink to that. Okay.
Yeah, it is because, I mean, the Islam have their ways of, like, it's a ceremony, you go to the church, the whole marriage whole thing, like, it's just different. But our own traditional marriage doesn't work or imply like that, right? It has nothing to do with, this you're serving that God or you're going to this place. No, it doesn't. But then when you're saying religion, okay, because you're a Christian, you're a Hindu, you're
Catholic.
you're Catholic,
You're Muslim.
It doesn't. But if you're following tradition ways, they don't care about what religion or what's God or who you're serving. It's just do the dues, pay the dues, do what you're meant to do, and that's all.
By the dues, you mean bride price?
Yes.
All right, boom.
I mean, I beg to differ because marriage is not wedding. In wedding, it could be a thing of, okay, let's just wave it over. But for marriage, it's a long way. My faith is...
Wait, what is marriage? What is wedding?
Wedding is the ceremony. Marriage is the long term.
Yeah.
Marriage.
Wedding, yes.
You have been schooled.
Wedding is a ceremony.
It's the party and all.
Marriage
is a union.
It's a union.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And faith differs. If we look at the Quran and the Bible, there are some things that are stated differently there that would affect eventually in. I'm trying not to get into this conversation, but it's
you should.
very
It's no
key.
cap. It's no cap.
Polygamy in Islam is like a thing.
It's a way of life.
But in Christianity, it's not. It's not a go-to. So if I'm getting married as a Christian to a Muslim, eventually that thing might come up and I start to say, no, it's not, that's not how it's supposed to be. And then my husband will say, that's how it is in my own faith. And so many other things.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
But then the Islam religion, it broke out from the Christian religion somehow, because the whole polygamy thing came from the lineage of Abraham, right?
Abraham had
like
more than one wife.
So it broke out from there when was it Sarah or the maid gave birth for
the maid.
Yeah, so that was how Islam literally broke out. Do you understand? And so that's the reason why
I mean, but if we look at this things personally, people will go to the deep root of when God created man. He created man and woman, not man and women.
But then they also made it known that there was also another woman in the garden aside from man.
I mean, that's what a lot of people want to think. Like, what we are taught from the get-go is that God created man and woman. I've also heard things like that there was once a woman somewhere before Eve was created. I mean, my Bible didn't teach me that.
You people want to wound
Should
me.
we go down the
I'm
Bible
not
route?
interested in this.
Should we go down the
conversation.
Bible route?
Let's just go straight to before ahead.
I mean, so if we're thinking about some particular kind of things, we get to find out that religion has a play in marriage, no matter what you try to do. And then it also comes in the conflict of when you begin to have children. Or are my kids going for your religion or they're coming for my religion? And at the end of the day, you see that gradually it begins to break the family into two. And everyone is literally just struggling. In my church, majority of the women there have their husbands as Muslim, and then you find out that at the end of the day, some kids don't come to church again because their father decided that not all kids can be Christian. They have to follow his own. It wouldn't be like that if both of them are Christians, except the child determines and says, you know what, I cannot do your religion. I want to do my own religion personally.
Yeah.
So it's a factor that people have to look out for. It's very, very key. It's very, very important. Actually, if you are a strong believer of Christianity or you're a strong
Many family
believer
love,
of
I don't see. I
Hinduism
mean,
or-
religion for me is not a barrier. That's what I'm literally trying to say. It's not a barrier. I see way beyond you being
I
a
mean,
Christian
for
or you're a
some people,
Muslim.
they are really like into this religion matter. Like they are deep, they are soaked into it. Like not some people are just surface Christians and surface Muslims and surface traditionalists. But some people are like really deep into it. It's just like telling a babalawo that his daughter is going to get married to a pastor.
Yeah, it was wrong. There's nothing wrong with
I mean,
that.
do you think that would work out?
It would
I
work
think
out.
it
It
should.
works
I
out.
think it should work out.
I know a lot of people who came from very like traditional homes that then they are married to where they didn't even see themselves in that light.
So as a babalawo's father, and your husband is on the pulpit condemning people that do rituals and things. How do you think that is going to feel like?
Okay, cool. Hold on. Let's
No contradiction.
Let's pause a bit. Now, being a herbalist, babalawo, aka, right,
Doesn't mean
there's
you're a ritualist.
absolutely nothing wrong with it. That doesn't mean you're a
Yes.
ritualist. There's absolutely
You know
nothing
what it
wrong
means
with
to be herbal.
Before the advent or the introduction of Christianity, Islam, that was what Africans were
That's
all
why
about.
I didn't say
So,
herbalists.
I'm not saying
So herbalists are people that deal with herbs.
right.
When I said babalawo, I knew what I was
That's
going
that's
for.
that's the Yoruba.
but that's
the
the Yoruba
meaning
term
of-
for herbalist.
Let's not come and be mixing.
No,
things here.
babalawo is a herbalist.
A babalawo
So
literally.
these ones
you know, a
that
babalawo
do-
is a spiritual worker.
So these ones
And
that
then-
do rituals, and what are they called?
Well, they've decided
Ritualists.
to tap
They're
into.
called ritualists.
Well, they've decided to tap into the dark
The
side.
dark side of it.
Of spirituality doesn't mean that they are not good people.
I mean, that's
out
what
there.
I'm specifically talking about now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm specifically talking about now. That if your father is the one that does things like that, like the dark side of it, and then you now say you want to, it will become a problem eventually.
Right. Okay, cool. Now, I'm going to say this. you want to swallow her?
I'm trying to digest everything.
Okay. I don't think religion should be the problem. I'm one of those people who don't think. I think religion should be a problem. Now, one of the top 3 artists in Nigeria is Wizkid, right? He's a Muslim, right? Every baby mama of his is a staunch Christian.
It's a good thing that you said baby mama.
Plus the one that he.
Wait now.
Wait, calm down. You are getting angry, right? They're all Christians.
Okay.
Now, the presidential aspirant for the APC, that's Tinubu. He's a Muslim, true and true. His wife is a pastor.
Okay.
Okay. What's it called? Fashola. Right, and his wife is and they cohabitate and they're doing well together, and
Like,
it's
There are
a
days that
beautiful
the children
thing.
go to the mosque, the children go to the church. It's just understanding,
Do
basically.
you understand? I'm trying to look for more people. Justin Bieber, right, is a Christian. His wife, what's her name?
Hailey.
Haley. She's not your everyday conventional Christian. She was an atheist before she became a Catholic, and they're good. They're doing okay. Do you understand? So I
mean,
don't
where
think,
where there's love, if there's love, God is there. God exists where love is. So I don't even think religion should be.
I mean, I
barrier.
like how you're picking it from the point of people that are just surface Christians.
How do you know
or
they are surface?
How do you know? How do you know that- how do you know?
Are you in their
Or-
spaces?
Have
You cannot judge. You cannot
have
judge
you ever
or
been around
assume.
people that are like deep into religion, people that will condemn and nail the other religions
That's
to
the reason.
cross.
That's why I have problems with people. Because some people say they are religious, but do you know what it is to even be first of all religious?
I mean,
They are
I'm
religious,
talking
they are
from
not
the space
spiritual.
of the religion that we
A
have
lot
now.
of people are more spiritual than even being religious. They might
Bam.
not go to church.
Bam.
They might not go
Bam.
to the mosque. They
True
might not
that.
do any of that.
Say, yeah.
But they are very
Says the
spiritual.
woman that woke up, that spent her New Year crossover in front of the water.
Watching sunset.
I mean,
Watching
like,
watching the sun
Sunset
rise.
rise.
Yeah.
That's how Roseanne actually spent her New Year.
Because I mean, for crying out loud, they said where 2 or 3 are gathered, God is there. So even if
Blessing.
I'm not in the church, in the midst of bunch of like other souls,
Yeah.
worshiping, but I'm in the midst of 2 beautiful people, and then we are kabashing and praying and singing praises. I mean, why not? Do you understand? So
But
and then I'm in
no.
nature, and then I can communicate, because now it's not just even me, there are other entities too around. So yeah, they carry my
But
prayers.
do you know that to some particular people, you're a surface Christian because why be at the beachfront when you can be in church?
I'm not doing eye service.
Why must I be in church?
I mean, you know that's what religion is all about now.
Until I'm in church, I say, hey, brother, oh, my sister.
You know,
oh, well done, brother.
Some
No,
deep
that's
Christians. And you know why I keep saying deep Christians? People, I'm not going to say deep Christian, deep religionists. Let me put it that way because we've been trying to scatter that now. People are more religious than being Christians or being Muslims now.
Right.
So deep religionists would consider what you just did as being someone that is not fervent in Christ, someone that is just a Christian that is just on the surface.
Deep religion and deep Christian.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it because of deeper life?
No. You want to give me bad boss. First of all, you could be religious at something. Doesn't even make you a Christian. Because what does it mean to be a Christian is for you to be Christ-like.
Exactly.
And then a lot of Christians are far from Christ-like.
Exactly.
They are Zazu-like.
You're just religiously
That's why I
going
had
to church,
dissect it,
wake up
like,
every day, get up, go to church. You are doing the same thing every day. That's being
go to
Yeah.
church. And the moment you stop going to church and you feel like, okay, what the church is giving you is not the ideology you have of being Christ-like.
Yeah.
It becomes a problem. You're no longer being religious.
You're not become
You are awakening.
Anyways, for me, like I said earlier, I do not think it should be a problem. I think love should be the number one thing that actually binds all of us in the world.
I also believe so.
Be you.
God is
Muslim or
love.
Christian.
Love is God.
Do you understand? We're all human beings. Like, okay, oh, you're a Muslim. Oh, fine. All well and good. My grandmother, that's my maternal grandmother. She was a Christian before she married my granddad. My granddad is a Muslim. Was a Muslim. Well, she became a Muslim later. Do you understand? Because of her husband. But they never stopped their children from, look, what path are you choosing?
Exactly.
What do you want to do? Do you want to be a Muslim? Do you want to? And you get it. So I just think with this girl's story that I talked about on Twitter, it was just really sad. Like, and it was so bad. Like, I was like, the guy and the girl, they don't feel running away. Like, even they don't agree.
Because
are people still scared of that? Look,
the family had much say and much control.
Yes, they did.
Over, yeah.
Yes,
So
they
they
did.
couldn't do, except because in a case whereby you started paying your bills yourself, the story is quite different.
Than
But
when
when
you have
you are
to
under your father
rely
and
on
mother
your
roof, do you
parents.
understand? You can't, there are certain things and measures you can't do. You can't go or say because you know that who is going to pay the next bill?
I mean,
My
when
darling.
I keep saying that I'm rebellious, it's because I know that I can do without
don't-
my I can do without.
That
my
doesn't mean I don't
parents.
respect my
Of course,
parents
I
or my
do.
folks. I do, but at
But
this
then I
point,
know
I've
I can
started-
stand on my own.
Exactly. At the moment you can, that's where they just allow you make decisions because they know you are paying bills, you are contributing. But you're not contributing. They wake up,
You're
and
eating
say,
their food.
they've served your rice and stew on the dining.
So you definitely do not have any say.
Hey, anyways, I'm gonna say this again. Like, when you're going into a relationship with a person, I think there's some things we need to ask
From the
Pointers.
get go.
from the
very
foundation.
beginning.
Yes.
Like, don't scratch it up. Like, nah, when we get to that point, when we get to that
Right.
bridge, we'll cross it. You will not cross some bridges.
Yeah.
Some bridges can never take you to that place,
Yeah.
right? So just find out from the beginning what's your family's take on the fact that, look, I'm in love with you and all that. Yeah, you're a Christian, I'm a Muslim. What do you think? Oh, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God. Or I don't do this. How will your family take this? If it's
Yeah.
going to be a problem, don't let us go further.
Yeah.
Don't let us say we're going to elope or we're going to do blah, blah. If it's not going to work,
I
I
mean,
think
you
think from
know,
the beginning.
some families cannot stand other religions.
Bam.
So once you know that from the very beginning, it's
Like the
supposed to
Jews.
be, it's supposed to be a conversation.
And they are
like,
Christians. Do you
from the-
understand? Like the other Christians that can't even stand other Christians. Like,
Exactly.
nah.
Exactly.
Anyways, that's the whole 9 yards on the show today. On a final note, Rosange, your point is, on the final note.
That I mean, love cuts across all barriers. So religion to me is not a barrier. If you love that person, I mean, like, go for it.
Boom.
My counterfeits.
For me, love conquers all things,
Yes.
truly. But have the conversation from the very beginning, please.
I agree.
Don't get to the very end before you start talking about things like that. I beg of you, so that we'll not break each other's edge.
All right. And for me, before we go, I would say, religion, no religion, human, we are all humans. That's the one umbrella that carries us, human beings, right? So we shouldn't let that be the problem. But, like Boom said, also find out, is it going to be a problem along the line? If it's going to be, hey, you have to go. A big thank you to my guys for being part of this. We'll definitely be back again. No Cap is always here for you. Do not. And if you don't agree with some of the things we talked about here, it's okay. Go to our social media pages and drop your comment. We'll definitely read them out, okay? We got to go. Do not drink and drive. Put God first and the rest is history. Drink a lot of water. Mind your business.